So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 35-year-old quarterback in his 13th season in the NFL, the former MVP, Matt Ryan. Now it's Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Bush in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. His throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. And he'll bring up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. It's caught by Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
And here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Ayuk, the ball carrier. Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. A gain on the play. 1st down, Lions.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 1st down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
And the Lions, 1st down.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Reddick in on the tackle.
The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. 12 carries, 68 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Josh Bynes coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And he connects with Vance McDonald. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 26.
14. 1st down, Detroit.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 now. Ryan. This is caught by Williams. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 3, Lions nothing.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. It's complete to Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll try to run it. This is Conner. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Conner. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Reddick in on the
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown.
pass. Complete to number 11.
Marvin Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick hitter. of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. Those types of injuries.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's caught by Sanders. He'll be marked out at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Complete to Miles Sanders.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Watson. The bootleg on the move to his left. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
That's good.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31.
Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Sacked by Shaquem Griffin.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Number 26, Miles Sanders, the ball carrier.
From the 50, it's Watson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Watson's pass intended for Miles.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
In a 4th down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
The ball is in. Watson lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So they tried it. Not only did they not get the first, they fumbled it away.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it went from bad to worse, but I know that everyone's going to pile in on the call and say, well, what are you doing? Why would you go for it there? I think that teams that are convinced that they feel pretty good about their game plan, what they want to get done that day, go for it. Give it a try. Hey, let's see if your defense can rescue them a little bit.
Here's a handoff to Connor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
But this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving a ball back to the offense.
Play action, it's Watson rolling to his right. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This is Chenault on the receiving end. Executed 22-yard gain.
The Vikings. 1st and 10.
This is intercepted. Watson picked by his former teammate Kareem Jackson, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. It's a line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Heavy rush, and down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A 48-yard attempt.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conked off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And the heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Ryan. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And it'll move the chains. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy's stone-faced wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Flush to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Man, it's caught inside the 10. A good pickup of 38.
That's good.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Now looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. scores with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here's Connor on 1st down going nowhere as he's going to be stacked up behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Ryan. Complete to Jones. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defender.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision. And then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end fan, and he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
That's good for a Minnesota.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watson off play action. Connection made with Chanel. He is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
Vikings.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Sanders not finding a whole lot as he'll get forward for about 3. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw is Watson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Out to his left. And it's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Ryan. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Detroit.
From the gun, it's Ryan. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And Oliver, that time they want to get in there and bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He completes it to Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
But it don't matter. It's okay.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
After the interception, here's Watson. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
Spinning past him, and he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed.
The ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Down to the 25.
26.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
16 yards.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Completes it to Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Brings up second.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. And McDonald here over the middle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Detroit.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. This one caught by Davis. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Over the middle, complete. That's McDonald. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
An extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make or break onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Watson sacked by Shaquem Griffin.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Running right, here's Sanders. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the...
take another L. Designer